Welcome to the deep dive. We pull out the key ideas from various sources for you. Today, we're getting into something I think many of you will find really useful: unlocking conversational confidence in English. Now, you might think, okay, fluency means knowing, like all the grammar or having this huge vocabulary. And yeah, those things help. But our source today, it's excerpts from Conversational Confidence through Simple Questions and Answers. It offers a really different angle, a surprisingly simple one, actually. So our mission here is to unpack this straightforward but really effective way to feel more comfortable, more articulate when you're just chatting day to day. And get this, the quickest way to sound confident, it might not be what you think. Okay, so what is this surprising method the source talks about? Well, it suggests the fastest path to feeling genuinely confident speaking English isn't, complex sentences right off the bat. It's actually mastering simple questions and answers, like really getting those basic back and forth bits down.
The absolute fundamentals.
Exactly. And the source talks about this journey starting on day 8 of like a 30-day plan. And this person, they started by standing in front of a mirror. Sounds a bit odd, right? Asking themselves really basic questions. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you like to eat? That kind of thing. I mean, talking to yourself in a mirror, it does feel a bit, funny initially.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds awkward. But, often the biggest changes start with things that feel a bit uncomfortable or silly at first. What's really fascinating, though, is why that mirror exercise is so important. It's not just repeating words. It's more like programming your brain. By saying these basic Q&As out loud, even just to yourself, you're building automatic responses, hardwiring them almost, so they become second nature. This actually frees up your brain, reduces the mental effort when you're in a real conversation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you can focus on listening and really interacting instead of scrambling for basic words. It's like building muscle memory for conversation.
Muscle memory for conversation? I like that. And the source says that initial weird feeling, it quickly turned into a big realization. It wasn't just silly practice. It was like a safe rehearsal for real life.
Exactly. A low-stakes simulation.
Yeah, those simple question-answer patterns, they aren't just the starting point. They're like the basic rhythm of how we talk to each other.
The core structure.
Right. But, okay, practicing in a mirror is one thing. Does it, actually work out there? And the source gives this really great example, this powerful moment. The person goes into a small shop. Shopkeeper asks, "Do you need a bag?" Now, usually maybe you just nod or mumble or feel that sort of anxiety kick in.
Yeah, the avoidance tactic.
Totally. But this time, after the mirror practice, they actually looked up, smiled, and said clearly, "No, thank you."
Right.
And they said the impact of that tiny interaction, just saying "no, thank you," felt huge, like winning a gold medal.
Wow, just for that?
Yeah, because it wasn't just reacting passively. It was real communication, clear, intentional.
I see. It's about taking control.
Exactly. They were actively engaging, not just, getting by.
Okay, if we sort of zoom out and look at the bigger picture here, that small win, it shows a really important shift, doesn't it? It's moving away from being passive, the nodding, staying quiet towards something active and crucially clear.
Active and clear, yes.
The power is in that clarity, Choosing the words and saying them, it makes you wonder, how do these little successes add up? How do they build that overall confidence?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the source suggests it's like, like you said, muscle memory, but for confidence itself. Each time you have a small success, like the "no thank you," it reinforces the idea that you can do it.
Positive reinforcement.
Right. It chips away at the doubt, builds a new pathway in your brain that says, hey, I managed that. It compounds.
So one small win makes the next slightly bigger interaction feel less scary.
Yeah.
A positive feedback loop.
Yes, exactly. It lowers that mental barrier.
And it's kind of like desensitization too, isn't it? The more you handle these simple, low-stakes chats successfully, the less your brain sees them as a threat. It reduces that fight or flight feeling people get.
Definitely.
You're basically building up this internal library of proof that you can communicate effectively. Proof based on real experience.
And that really nails the main lesson from the source. English gets easier, confidence grows when you actually practice these basic exchanges. Because if you really break down most chats, they boil down to the simple back and forth, asking, answering.
The fundamental ping pong.
Yeah. So, okay, what can you, the listener, actually do with this? The source gives a really practical tip. It says, start by asking yourself 5 simple questions every day, answer them out loud. Could be anything, like, what did I eat today? Or maybe, how was my day?
Simple stuff.
Just simple stuff. The key is doing it consistently, out loud, to train those conversational muscles.
And the benefit of doing that daily, as we touched on, it's huge. That repetition makes it feel natural, automatic. It helps you get past that awful feeling of being stuck when someone asks you something basic.
Right, the deer in headlights moment.
Exactly, because you've already practiced that response pattern. It's embedding the rhythm of conversation, not just memorizing words.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's often way more useful than just, say, reading a grammar book for hours.
So true. So thinking about your journey, the listener's journey, how does this tiny victories idea really change things? The source really emphasizes this motivational part. Confidence doesn't just appear overnight in some grand gesture.
A big reveal moment.
No, it comes through these tiny victories, like saying good morning clearly at the coffee shop, or that no thank you with a smile. These little wins, these small moments where you communicate successfully, they stack up. They accumulate over time, leading to real growth, maybe growth you don't even notice day by day.
It's incremental.
It really is. And the source really encourages you. Don't wait for the perfect moment or until you feel ready. Just start asking, start answering, start today.
Take that first small step.
Okay, so let's quickly recap what we dove into today. We saw how practicing basic questions and answers, starting with a mirror, moving to real life, is this kind of counterintuitive but powerful way to build conversational confidence.
Focusing on the fundamentals.
Right, and understanding that most conversations really hinge on that simple Q&A flow. And the practical takeaway for you: try asking yourself 5 simple questions each day and answer them out loud. Build those reflexes.
Consistency is key there.
Definitely. Now, for a final thought to leave you with, think about what the soul is hinted at next to that person facing bigger challenges, like maybe speaking English with a complete stranger for the first time. These bigger steps, they seem daunting, right? But they're built on the foundation of all those tiny victories we talked about. So maybe consider in your own growth, whatever you're working on, how does every small step, every tiny win count towards tackling the bigger things down the road?
The experience and the feeling